Now we're live.
Yep.
Looking all halo-y and heavenly.
Oh, halo-y. I thought you said hillowy, and I thought that's a nice word, isn't it? If instead of a pillow, you could have a hillow.
That's good. So, apologize in advance for eating some popcorn that I thought I so nicely snazzied up with some chocolate and peanuts, but the chocolate has just melted all over the popcorn and made a mess.
And then the peanuts sunk to the bottom.
As did the chocolate, except it left little chocolate traces on all the popcorn as it melted to the bottom.
Yes, it did.
And so I'm so sorry. But this is the loudest my voice has been in about 5 hours, so yay!
Yeah, Jesse's had a bit of a day. And honestly, I haven't made it any easier on her.
So I'm enjoying my popcorn.
I made her do a lot of work today. And there's also going to be a lot of work she's going to be doing after this stream is done.
Listen, I don't want to hear it. I'm just here for this special episode. My voice is cracking.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make this happen.
So if it's today...
So you had an idea.
If it's today, then it is Thanksgiving. And so if you celebrate that, I hope you're enjoying it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the day before this airs, I have a Thanksgiving drawing that's going to go live on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hope you all saw it and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you have some delicious brownies. And happy Thanksgiving.
So, today the long-awaited results of our grand Kopikon poll.
So much chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Are to be revealed. So as you know.
Oh, that was today, huh? Yeah, that is today.
Yeah. As you know, we started off very broadly. Pretty much said the entire world was...
An oyster.
Yeah, was our playground. We had everybody vote. We did some very scientific voting to narrow it down to, I think, 7 choices.
Sounds right.
Which were the top 6 in LA because we live here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could have gone to Disneyland, whatever.
LA didn't make it.
Then we took the results of that, and basically there was a runaway favorite at the beginning, but then a dark horse, howdy dark horse, came along at the end and claimed a very, very narrow victory to the point where it was like basically tied between 2 cities, London, in the United Kingdom, and Washington, D.C. So then we did a third poll, just between those 2 locations, because we figured if it was that close, it was worth investigating.
Yeah.
The results of this poll...
We're not close.
Not close. You know, we're going to do all these, you know, Condorcet methods and testing and blah, 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 blah. It didn't matter. Basically, no matter which way you sliced it, no matter what criteria you considered.
Wait.
Yeah.
We need to make this drag on for like an hour and a half. Should you list the virtues of all the cities involved before we talk about the winner?
Here's an epic poem about each city that lost.
That David wrote personally.
Now, if we want to drag things out, we got to tell people to smash that like button, ting the little bell that sends you notifications, subscribe to our channel, and everybody become patrons too, and also become members.
And eat some popcorn because it's
of
good
our
for
YouTube
you.
channel. Yeah, we'll wait here while you make it.
And now you can announce the winner.
Is popcorn really good for you?
It is.
Huh. Ever tell you about that commercial, that pro high fructose corn syrup commercial? Have you ever seen it?
Well, I've seen some. I don't know if I've seen the one you meant.
I've only seen one, but it was like it ran on everyday TV, and it was like saying like, "Hey,
Corn is good for you.
it's like that has high fructose corn syrup in it." It's like, so what? It's like, well, isn't that kind of made out of
This
corn?
is not. This is not the same thing, but go on. Go ahead and announce the winner. I have waylaid you long enough.
By the margin of margins.
In other words, a clear winner.
Clear and absolutely no way of misinterpreting the results. Kopikon the First will be held in
Dun 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 dun!
Washington, D.C.
There we go.
Yeah, wasn't even close. Now, I tried to appeal to the sympathies of voters, letting everybody know that Jesse has never been to London, has always wanted to go. And like, I've been a ton of times. I love it there.
You've been a ton of times to London?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I keep getting little kernels.
Like to the point where I don't know if I remember each time I've been there, just off the top of my head.
Rude.
I know.
So,
Jesse's always wanted to go.
in case you're wondering why I've wanted to go, not just because it's London, but because my mom used to live there. And I would love to go to see where my mom used to live. But
So you robbed that. You robbed her of that.
I'll go back to Washington, D.C. I've been there several times.
Yeah, so have I.
But the good thing about Washington, D.C.,
Mm-hmm.
my niece goes to college there.
Absolutely. Very close to, or somewhat close to Philadelphia too. So maybe your sister can visit. It's gonna be nice.
And we know people there. So
We do. Yeah, we.
it'll be a good place to get more people potentially together.
Yeah, and I've got contacts there, so like, we can shop around when it comes to where we want to hold Kopikon.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, what kind of a space can you give us?
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about popcorn that's so deliciously addictive.
Mm-hmm. As I
And by the way,
keep hitting kernels.
I know that Jesse put the peanuts and chocolate chips in there, but otherwise
Last, they dropped. You did that, by the way.
that was an accident. But otherwise, the popcorn is unadorned, which is the way I appreciate it. Like, I love popcorn when you just pop it, like no butter or salt. Though if I had to choose one, it would be butter.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I really intended this to be a trail mix kind of snack, and instead, we're hitting the bottom,
Yeah.
and I'm making a mess.
And it's going to be mixed with the unpopped kernels.
I know.
Yeah.
I keep getting them, and I have a whole little thing here.
Oh, that's really nice of you. You didn't have to do that. I was prepared to get in there and muddy the waters.
As you do.
But so I wanted to mention. So the idea is that we would have the last episode, and we would record it live there at Kopikon, which I mean we definitely can do that. It's going to be hard to time precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't necessarily want to drag a language out or rush it. So
Right.
it may be the last episode. It may not be, but it'll be an episode. And the other thing is that it's probably not going to be on a Thursday because we probably want to aim for a weekend, yeah?
I mean, I would assume that's what most people would be able to attend
Yeah.
in the area or traveling to an area.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume a weekend. And so, if anything, I would assume it's a special episode.
Yeah.
That's either the final episode or a special one close to the end.
Okay. So
And And by end, I mean end of the initial 5, not end of LangTime necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
God, I am so sorry. I did not intend for this to be so disruptive of a snack. I really thought we would just be like chit-chatting, eating, and it's turned into a whole thing, and I'm so sorry.
You know they're going to find some way to blame me for this.
As they should, because I swear all the chocolate and peanuts were on top until David reached in and went, and then they all fell. And now they're mingling in with the bottom, and they're melted.
It was not my intent, but I accept full responsibility.
As long as you do.
Yeah. So here's what I want to throw at you. Now, we haven't selected a specific date yet. It's likely going to be a weekend in early September, but this is still in flux.
Yes.
And we, since Washington D.C. is the location, we have tentative confirmation from 1, 2, 3, 4 speakers in addition to me and Jesse. And every single one of them is so good that they could be the headliner of a Conlang related event. And I would tell you their names because these are actual people that I've talked to. But since we don't have the date firmed up yet.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet. But we do want to get something on the calendar. What I would like to look at is like, even if we just do a Google search, like when is it cheapest to go to Washington, D.C.? Also, when is it likely to not be 90 degrees with 100% humidity? Because it's kind of miserable there in the summer.
Do late September for that. Early is still in the iffy zone.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Better come ready to sweat. Not if you were coming to LA. LA is just gorgeous here all the time.
Liar. As I'm like dying of allergies.
At least during the summer.
Liar.
It's wonderful here during the summer.
Oh no.
No humidity. Beautiful beaches.
Liar.
You've been to the beaches.
I have. The beaches are beautiful.
Darn straight.
I'm saying the no humidity. Liar.
There used to be no humidity. There's some humidity now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But, and in case you were curious, as depending on how much interest we get, because, we're just advertising it generally, we might have to, charge a fee for Kopikon, but not for patrons.
Right.
And not for anybody that's been a patron. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to get there. Sorry, I had to do that. That was a good one.
Good what?
I don't know. Good chunk. Do you have a name for this popcorn mix?
Well, right now it's more peanut unpopped popcorn and chocolate.
Yeah, do you have a name for it?
No.
Really? You just invented it. Do you want to name it? It's kind of our thing.
It's just peanuts, chocolate, and popcorn. It's like a trail mix.
Yeah, but...
LangTime mix?
There we go. It's the official LangTime mix. So, if you want to make your own LangTime mix, get ready to write down the recipe. You need a bowl. You need popcorn.
Popcorn without salt and or butter.
You need peanuts. And you need chocolate chips, in particular dark chocolate chips.
Dark. And you need David to mix it up so they all fall to the bottom with the unpopped popcorn, so that way you have a bit of a roulette at the bottom.
I'm going to tell you this. It's probably a good idea to let the popcorn cool before putting the chocolate in.
Next time I'll just make chocolate popcorn for myself. Thank you.
And maybe put it all in a bag and shake it up and then, I don't know.
David's full of advice after the fact. But anyway, you had an idea for us for this special stream.
Oh, I did, but I wasn't done talking about Kopikon yet.
Oh, sorry.
Also,
keep
like,
talking.
I'm really not happy with the angle here that I'm getting. I'm going to try to do this and see what happens. I hope they don't. No, they're
We
seeing
will
my
be
knee.
finished eating popcorn soon. I'm so sorry.
They're seeing my knee. Okay. But, oh, there's my other knee. Oh, they can still see it. Oh, here, I'm going to try to get it out of frame. Maybe I'll just move this more towards Jesse.
Do that, but I'm gonna still continue to laugh at this angle that you were sitting at.
Hold on. See? Look at that. It's a little bit better. In fact, even a little bit more. So, anyway, my idea was that, you know, for people that want to come out to Kopikon, yeah, we're going to have some world-class presenters all at once. Probably do that on the Saturday.
Probably,
and then just do social stuff on Friday and Sunday. And then, you know, do a stream or something. But what I want to know is there anything in particular you want to do? So obviously one of the things that would be really cool to do was our whole Nulitis idea where we do like a potluck. That's much more difficult to pull off if everybody's traveling.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer. We really need teleportation. So it'd be like, hey, we're going to have a Nulitis right now. Everybody come and bring your favorite dish. And then you just jump in the teleporter. So like you just make it at home and bring it and it's no big deal.
If the mice were running this, that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
They would have it figured out by now.
Mouse portration.
There you go.
But anyway, if there is something else or something cool or fun or festive you want to do or want to have happen, please let us know either in Discord or in the comments or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we'll make it happen. There's a good chance that we will be traveling.
Before.
Yeah.
Up to the day.
Yeah.
Which means that...
Are we going to have to check bags? Should we check bags?
I didn't go that far.
Oh, I think that we might have to go that far.
Okay, so we may have to, but like... I'm just saying, like, we can't bring food with us to, like, share.
Right, no.
And so that's unfortunate because that was, well, the only way that would have worked is if we had done it in LA. Because in the LA area, I could have actually cooked food and brought it with us for our Nulitis. But
we do have local people, though.
We do, but like, I'm not assuming that we're going to have time and or ability to actually make food.
No, of course. I'm not talking about for the making of food, but just for getting stuff there. It won't be, we have people on site who could do stuff. So it'll be all right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
I'm excited. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the details. But yeah, in Washington, D.C.
Ta-da.
Ta-da!
By the way, for those that are going to be there for the very first time and have never been, got a couple of recommendations for you. Number one, absolutely, is take a tour of the Library of Congress. It is an extraordinary building. One of the greatest buildings that I think we've got here in the United States. Well worth your time.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Go on.
I forget. Have you been? We've talked about this, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
And you have been.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't get your card because you can get a
No.
card to the Library of Congress. I've got mine.
I don't have one.
So yeah, Library of Congress, definite must. And then, is there anything else? Oh, Lincoln Memorial, if you happen to go, a cool little factoid. Abraham Lincoln was the one who declared that who basically gifted the land where Gallaudet University is for the creation of a school for the deaf. And so when they made the Lincoln Memorial, if you look at his hands are shaped in a very particular way to honor him doing this for the original school for the deaf, which became Gallaudet University. His hands are in the shape of an A and an L for
Nice.
Abraham Lincoln.
I did not know that.
And then what else is good around there? The Metro seems to work all right.
Well, they have the thing that you can do on your Apple Wallet, so
yeah.
it works really well now.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that. So, if when you get to Washington D.C., there's a Metro card that you can get, which can be used on the actual Metro, that is the underground train, and can also be used on all of the buses. And the prices are fairly reasonable. So if you get a card, you can tap it everywhere, but you can also do it on your phone directly. So if you have an Apple phone in particular, you can just get it in Apple Wallet and you can do it ahead of time. Like it's already built into Apple Wallet as just a thing you can get. And that's the same is true of several other cities around the world. One of them is Tokyo. So if you get the Suisei card? I can't remember. I want to say Suicune, but that's a Pokemon.
I can't help you.
It's the one with the penguin.
You just called it the penguin card when you were very excited.
Yeah. You go to the wallet, you go to Plus, and you go to add transit card, and then it just gives you options. Clipper card for the Bay Area, Smart Trip for Washington, D.C., Tap for Greater Los Angeles area. What the hell does that mean? We don't have a...
No idea. But
we don't have a metro system.
But the Washington, D.C. one works really well. It works on buses and metro.
Suica. The Suica card. It's green and white, and it has a little penguin on it. And then there's one for Hong Kong, which is called the Octopus card. There's tons for China. But yeah, for the United States...
You're getting a little bit off topic.
Well, I just wanted to help people get around Washington, D.C. There are a couple of different airports servicing Washington, D.C.
Dulles.
There is Dulles, which everybody says not to go to.
Baltimore.
There's Baltimore, which is in the city of Baltimore, and so it's a little bit of ways. So you'll either have to take a taxi or take an actual train, not a metro, but an actual train from the Baltimore station to the main station in D.C. And then there is the Reagan International Airport, which is generally the airport they suggest you go to. It's connected right to the metro and will take you everywhere. However, word on the street is they're going to connect the metro up to Dulles at the beginning of next year. So hopefully by Kopikon, it won't matter which one you get to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Our first get together with whoever can make it.
Yep.
Yay.
And honestly, even if that's one of you, it's going to be a good time. Honestly, even if it's none, because I know the people who are coming to speak, and if it's just us, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, you and I will still have fun one way or another.
Yeah.
Way too many unpopped kernels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes things a little difficult. So, I don't know if we could do the thing that I mentioned to you because it would require pulling up the screen and typing things. And, well, to be honest, like, we're both kind of under the weather because what happens here in Southern California in late spring and in autumn is this phenomenon called the Santa Ana winds. I don't know why they're called the Santa Ana winds. There's a city here, the oldest city in Orange County, called Santa Ana.
I just assumed the winds came from their direction.
Probably. And when these winds come, they bring dry air, they bring a lot of dust. And for people that suffer from allergies, it's a really miserable time. It also brings unseasonably warm weather. So it feels very strange outside. It was very cold. And then suddenly now it's like 70s. Like not super hot, but it just feels weird outside. It dries everything out. So if you ever hear of wildfires and brush fires happening in Southern California, it's usually in late spring or autumn. And really, it's because it's just so dry that if any little spark happens, it's much more likely to catch and spread. And the winds, of course, spread it too. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so for those that suffer from allergies, it's a really miserable time. I had an awful day like 2 or 3 days ago. And
I've had 4 awful days.
Yeah.
It's been.
I thought that today was.
It's been a journey.
I thought today was going to be a better day.
Today was worse than yesterday, though.
Yeah, it's really a bummer. And so we are just totally and completely out of it. I'm less out of it than Jesse, but
like I'm ready to go take some Benadryl and pass out.
Yeah. And that is probably what we should do since tomorrow we are leaving for our Thanksgiving trip to Jesse's parents, where they said that there was warmer weather and it was 5.
No. No. Listen. Right now it's cold weather. It's supposed to warm up this week.
To what?
50s. But when you're experiencing weather that is currently 5 degrees, 50s feels like super warm. So, yes, it's supposed to warm up to 50s this week. Currently, they have 5-degree weather. And honestly, any of it I'm on board for because it can't be the Santa Ana winds. And so I'm happy because I'm dying.
Yeah.
Because Southern California wants me to pass away.
I'm really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I hold you personally responsible.
You know, I always said that California doesn't have any natural disasters, which we don't. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have hurricanes. We have earthquakes.
You have fires and earthquakes. How is that not natural disasters?
But how long have you been here and how many earthquakes have there been?
Okay, how long had I lived in Missouri and how few tornadoes had I seen? That's not a fair assessment.
You're in Missouri. You're not in Kansas. Anyway.
Okay, well then I'd rather be in Missouri. I have far fewer natural disasters to deal with.
But also, like, a tornado is much more devastating than an earthquake.
Tell that to my family who survived the Anchorage earthquake in '64.
Well, especially the earthquakes we get here. Little baby earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I never thought of the Santa Ana winds as a natural disaster. They're more of a weather pattern. They're just kind of a sucky one.
They're a total disaster.
Yeah. Anyway. So
here we are eating on screen saying we're dying.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a short episode.
Yeah, because...
but Kopikon's going to be in Washington, D.C. Woo!
Yeah, maybe we can time it just right and miss some Santa Ana winds.
Oh my God.
It'd be wonderful.
We'll stay there for a month. Or 2.
And then, like, come back and then they'll start.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So
Was this really gonna be it? I thought we were gonna still try to do something.
no, I don't think we should because
Because we're both loopy?
well, I'm not really loopy. I'm
Okay, because I'm loopy?
I'm pretty with it. I'm pretty on the ball. But I can tell when you're past it and you're past it.
I'm here for whatever you're ready to do. I got this. I got this.
You ready to do our like arm wrestling tournament?
Listen, I got this. I got this.
Yeah.
But I couldn't arm wrestle you on a good day. That's unfair.
All right. So, I personally wish you a very happy Thursday, and I also wish you a Thursday on Jesse's behalf.
I wish that you all have a healthy Thursday, whether you celebrate anything on Thursday or whether it's just a day of the week for you. I hope it's better than today is for me and for David, but like really, really better than it is for me. And so I really hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm so sorry I'm not more with it, that we could actually do more, because I feel like if I were with it, David would feel pressured to do more. And instead, here we are.
I mean,
saying, here's our Kopikon site, and Jesse's dying, so goodbye.
yeah. Yeah.
Our wreath is dying too.
I know.
Our batteries have died in the lights in our wreath, and it looks very sad as it tries to glow, but it's not glowing.
Yeah. Here's my thought on that. If you put a battery pack in there, right, and you say it's going to take this many batteries to do this, then it should do that. If it doesn't, then you should say we need more batteries. These are just tiny little lights. 4 AA's should cover that.
I wish we could just plug it in.
Yeah.
But all is to say, we'll post a picture of our dying lights. Cool.
All right.
Is that really it?
What more do you want me to do?
I don't know. I was going to fall asleep and let you take over.
I mean, I could do that.
That's what you've wanted to do, right? Take over.
Ever since day one, the moment you open your mouth on screen, I was like, this was a mistake. How long am I going to have to suffer through this unbelievably bad co-host?
For the rest of your life.
And I couldn't be happier.
Well, thank you all for watching, however long this was. And oh goodness, my eyes are... Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
Listen.
Santa Ana wins. They got nothing on me.
For Jesse's own well-being, I bid you a wonderful Thursday, and we will look forward to seeing you next Thursday live per usual.
Stay grammar.
My goodness. Oh, you poor little